welcome to the channel. My name's Mara. Today I'm doing a special little video with
Brogan.
And today's video is about my hand here. We're also doing something a bit different today. It's a mukbang. We've got Mcdonalds. Please reserve judgment. It's a cheat day. Not every day McDonald's. So I've got a single cheeseburger, just plain, because I don't deal with gherkins. Mine's plain too. And I don't like people putting sauce on for me. I choose my amount of sauce. Nobody dictates my sauce. And a 6 nugget meal. What did you get, Brogan?
Plain McChicken sandwich meal, completely plain, absolutely nothing in it. But normally I put Nando sauce on it.
So I think it is useful for me to first define what hustle culture is and define what a burnout is. To me, hustle culture is basically the culture of like just working hard and earning while you can, and probably, you know, working a bit too hard sometimes, and like the culture of seeing other people have things, so it makes you want to work hard too.
You feel the need to.
Yeah. Burnout, most of us have probably heard of what burnout is. Burnout is basically just overworking yourself and just tiring yourself out. So a burnout doesn't always have to be physical. It can be mental as well. You can overwork yourself mentally as well as physically. So yes, so as I've said as well in my university videos, I always talk about the idea of balancing uni and balance. Yeah, balancing uni with your home life, social life, work life, all of that. So I think maybe for me personally, hustle culture would have started more so in uni. You know, the whole concept of doing a uni in the day, work in the evening, and vice versa. And I think that hustle culture nowadays, it's mad because on every social media outlet, every app, you'll see, you know, what other people have. I think a lot of people will envy that and kind of, you know, see what someone else has and think, why don't I have that?
Yeah, when you don't know how hard they've been working for it or how long they've been working for it.
Yeah, I think that nowadays hustle culture is passed off as something that's just, you know, it is what it is. Everyone's going to work for what they work for. Everyone's going to just overwork themselves while they're young and do the most. When in actuality, it's quite
It's really glamorised, isn't it?
It's very glamorised.
All the memes about hustling. All you ever see.
With 8-figure, rich, you know. Everyone talks about money nowadays. Money is the like norm to talk about, you know. So I think nowadays more people are focused on that, you know. A lot of people choose money over love. People choose money over friendship.
So obviously I went to uni later, didn't I? I went to uni at 23 because even though I'd been working since I was 16.
Oh yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Brogan. Just need to include Brogan was perfect for this video because not only is Brogan an amazing mother,
You just need to pick me up.
To a little model baby. If you see our kid, he's a model. But she's also a part-time student. You know, she got her degree and now she's getting a master's. Also working 2 jobs as well. If that's not hustle culture, I don't know what is. But carry on, sorry.
Yeah, so obviously I was like doing up hairdressing for like since I was 16. I wasn't really interested in school and about uni or anything. All my friends went to uni. I wasn't interested. I wasn't fazed by it. I wasn't really academic at all. Like, what did I get my maths GCSE? Like a G. I literally got like a G. Honestly, I just didn't really care about anything in school.
Maths GCSE was hard though.
It was so hard. I had to do it again, like when I was like 19. Yeah, so I wasn't interested. Just even I went to 6th form and my teacher was like to me, don't come back, you need to go and do hair or beauty or something. And I was like, oh okay, fine, I'll just do that. I'm interested in hair anyway. It wasn't everyone. It was like children. Waste of my time, but okay. Did an apprenticeship, was just a hairdresser till I was like 20. Then when I was like 21, I was just like done with that. It was just like shit, like getting paid nothing. I just feel like if you're a hairdresser, if you don't want to get a salon or like have a salon at home, or like be a manager and work your way up. It's just like long, and you just don't get paid enough for the hard work you're doing, like the long hour shifts, weekends all the time. Couldn't even have holidays if someone else had it off in the shop and there was only like 5 of us. Just ridiculous. So then I got a pub job and done my access course, just because I just thought, I just want money now. I literally just want money, and I feel like the only way I'm going to get it is by having a degree, because this didn't work for me, so I just need a degree like everyone else had. So yeah, I got into uni at 22. First like 3 months of uni, first year, I was pregnant. Miraculous conception. I just didn't expect it. Yes, then I was like, oh my god, everyone was like, oh, you need to drop out, obviously. Like, how are you going to do this? With like, I was still working at a pub as well, like full time, which was like a nightclub as well, like where I worked before. We worked together. It was like open till like 5 in the morning. And then I'd have to be in like 11 on a Sunday. It was just like, how am I going to do that? With a baby in uni. But luckily, my son was due in the August, so I was pregnant my whole of first year. Then I had Arlo in the August, and I wasn't meant to go back till October, which was fine because he would have been like, he was like 7 weeks when I went back to uni, and he was too young for nursery. There was like barely anyone to look after him, so I had like a few of my best friends and my mum would book off work to have him so I could go into lectures, or I'd bring him in to uni to like talk to my teacher, or bring him into the library. Yeah, it was cute. And I wasn't driving either, my uni was in Warsaw, so I was literally getting like 4 buses with my little baby. Yeah, it was just long. But yeah, I just knew that I just need this degree, especially now I've got my son. I need to have a degree. I need to like be someone for him, and working before just wasn't working for me. I just wanted a degree. And it was in like something that I was interested in, childhood, family and education, and I thought that can open so many doors. Like my mum was in a similar sector, and it just interested me, so I didn't mind doing up uni. Uni was absolutely fine. I was just like obviously tired because I was working and volunteering. I only had one job then, just in a pub. I was working and volunteering in mental health, but it was fine. I had no idea like what burnout was, like I said to you earlier, until I done my masters and I understood it. But yeah, it was absolutely fine. Finished uni, got a job before I even graduated. I was still with my son's dad then. What I would do is volunteer in the morning from like 9 till 11, and I wasn't driving, my uni was in Warsaw. Leave at like 11, get to uni for 1, my lecture, and then finish my lecture and then go to the pub. Yeah, it's mad. It is mad. So then, yeah, finished uni, got my graduate job, and I'm only doing part-time there, so I make up the hours of like full-time at the pub with you. Then I was like, oh, okay, I still feel like I want to get higher up. Even though I've got this degree, I like need to be higher up. So I'm going to do my masters. It just looks better on paper, and I want to work in a school now. So my master's in child protection. So I thought, okay, it's just going to like bump me up a bit than other people because I'll have a master's degree and a normal degree. So yeah, I started doing that, which was fine alongside work, and I work in mental health, which was alright before the pandemic. But like working from home, in the same room, like no sunlight, like not seeing any of your colleagues, and then trying to do uni as well, it was just like too much. Uni is just like so hard. I've got no lecturers to talk to in person. I'm just not feeling it because I'm just staying in my house all the time because there's nowhere to go. There were just like loads of little things that was just exhausting for me. And then I had my first exam and I failed my first exam, and I was just like, oh, I'm giving up, I'm just going to drop out. Literally, until, if we'd done this video last week, I would have said I'm dropping out of uni because that was my plan. Because I thought I failed my exam, like it's brought my confidence way down. I can't be bothered. I feel like it's affecting my parenting because I'm just like moody all the time because I just want to get my work done. I just thought it's not worth it. Then I got my results back and I passed my exam and I've done well in my first assignment. So I know what level I'm at now, so I'm going to stick to it. And also I was full-time doing my masters, which would have been 18 months. But I spoke to my lecturer and she was like, you need to go part-time, you've got a child, you're working, like it's going to be too hard for you. And I didn't want to do that because I just wanted it out of the way. I wanted my son to start school and me to nearly finish my degree. That was my plan. I wanted to be like, yeah, it's fine, I've put an extra 18 months on this plan that I want, which is fine. It was just, I was upset for a bit because I just wanted it out of the way, but I'd rather have better quality of work and better peace of mind. Yeah, it's so much less work now, it's actually doable by working. And even if when I get a full-time job, which I'm looking to do in September, I can still do this alongside. But yeah, it was just way too much. I thought it would be so much easier because I'm doing uni easier even though I had a newborn baby. Oh, where you at? That was just my hustle because I had a child and I just wanted to do it. But then I'd push myself too hard. I probably shouldn't have done this masters yet.
You know what though, I feel like everything, personally I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a reason why you've started it when you've started it.
Yeah.
So it might not have worked out necessarily as good if you'd started it later on in life.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just in my head I just wanted a master's degree. That's my plan. Which, why? What's an extra few years? Not even a few years, probably like a year and a half. But yeah, and again, like I said, I experienced being like burnt out, didn't even want to leave my house. I was just like so anxious. Like just because of uni, because I'm constantly getting notifications on my phone from uni. I'm just like, what is it? What are you telling me? That I failed something? It was just like made me really anxious. But again, like I said, I work in mental health, so I did speak to my manager about this and she helped me with it a lot because she was like, what is wrong with you? Like, I can see in your face there's something wrong with you. I was like, uni, it's just too much for me. It's really a lot. But yeah, I'm fine now. But last week I would have been like, I'm leaving uni, I hate my life. But now I'm like, yeah, I got good marks. So yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you were saying about you just wanted better for yourself, basically, and for Arlo, I think that is basically hustle culture as well. Like, just always wanting to do better. Like, even though you might have reached the very top of what you tried to reach,
yeah,
you always know you can do better.
Which plans change and you thought, actually I want more.
Exactly,
greedy, I was too greedy.
Which can, I think, to be fair, it can be a very good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Because at least it means you're ambitious and you don't want to sit at home and just, die. Like, you actually want to do something for yourself. But I think it also, like you said, is very damaging and very destructive.
It really is.
But it's sad because then you're like, how do I ever find the balance? Because when I work too much, at least I'm seeing results and I can do this and I've got my own money and I can go here. But then I'm burning myself out.
Yeah.
But then if I do too little, I'm not going to reach what I want to reach and do all this and that. It's weird because I know for me, like, everybody that knows me knows I'm a huge planner. I plan everything. I get super anxious when I can't plan things and when I don't know things ahead, because I just like to be able to plan so I can predict what's gonna be the outcome. Yeah, so I had a whole plan from when I turned like 18, more so 19, up until I was 24. And personally I still believe I'm gonna do it by 24, but
what is your plan? Is it still? You know, whisper.
I had this whole plan in my head, and for me that meant working like so when I was in uni I was still putting in hours. From like year 1 and 2 I was especially trying to do as much as I could. Year 3 I worked up until like 2nd semester. 3 is like frigging detrimental.
I didn't see for a while, I remember. Yeah, year 3 is the worst. That's what I done in 3rd year. I saved loads of my holiday up, and when I had assignment shoot I'd have like loads of time off the month before that.
And because luckily, because I was such a planner, I would literally get my assignment question, start planning from the minute I've got it, plan everything out, start getting together my readings and shit, so then it just makes it easier. So when I did book time off work, I literally just spend it, doing my assignment.
You didn't get a graduation, did you?
don't want to talk about it.
When was
I wanted me to do a fucking virtual one. I said, fuck you.
I remember seeing the video. And what are you meant to do? Walk up and down the living room?
They said call the panoramic.
People probably think you're actually saying panoramic, thinking that's what it's called.
Panasonic. And a bat just ruined it. So yeah, Brogan and I have kind of talked about like our experiences and disadvantages and advantages, because I do believe that hustle culture is quite damaging, but it's also quite an advantage. Let's be honest, I'd rather like want more for myself than not.
Yeah.
So it is a good thing, but it's also a very bad thing in the sense of when it leads to burnouts, which are things that we do need to take precaution of and try and, you know, recognize our triggers and recognize that when you're going through it, take some time out for yourself, because rest doesn't always come in the form of sleep. Rest doesn't always come in the form of, you know, lying down and watching something on Netflix. Like, rest can come in the form of going out to see your friends, you know, like reading.
Yeah, and we haven't been able to do that. I think that's why I struggled as well. I haven't been able to see my friends as much.
Sadly.
I was always out every weekend.
You are. So sadly, because of the panaclippy, we haven't been able to do those different types of reliefs from burnout.
And bitching at work, we loved that.
my
Just
days.
moaning about our lives at work.
Oh my gosh.
I really miss that.
Hopefully people will learn to accept their triggers and learn to realise that hustle culture is a good thing, but it's not everything.
And don't believe everything what you see on social media, because you don't know what people have been going through to get there.
Exactly, because we're in a social age now where, you know, TikTok is basically the news. It's kind of good though that we're in this social age, because I think social media is such a good tool now. It is like a bit of a toxic tool, but it's also a good tool in the sense of people learn a lot from it, and we can, you know, help reach out to each other. Social media just glorify burnouts. You know, nowadays people are always talking about, you know, how
Haven't slept or eaten in 3 years. Haven't seen any of my friends or family for like 7 years.
and you know,
all the time.
We get it that you're working hard, but that's not a good thing, you know. That's not a good thing.
And they're probably lying as well. They're probably lying.
Go see your mama. Like,
literally.
What? Like, it's not.
I don't believe
thing.
anything that I hear about when people say how hard they've been working.
And the thing is as well, anyone that's like kind of clued up with it will know. I haven't seen my mum in 2 weeks because I've been working so much. This isn't a good thing. Like, I need to go. I need to take time out. You'll
Unless
know.
it's only for if it was like I'm not going to see anyone for like a few weeks because it's going to get me really far.
Yeah.
Then it's worth it.
Definitely, yeah.
But if it's like this is your life for like a long time, then what is it? What is the point?
Definitely, because I know personally when I would have assignments due, I would say to my friends, yeah, please don't message me about link
Yeah,
ups
same.
for the next few weeks.
Because I'm still coming.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'll be there. So I do get it. Sometimes we do need to distance ourselves in order to progress.
Yeah, like what I used to say, like my first year with Arlo, like my 7 week second year, my 7 week old baby, like my best friend was looking after him for like, it was only like a few hours, but like it was just so upsetting for me because I was away from my baby, and people used to be like, oh my god, as if you're away from your baby, as if you left him. But I knew it wasn't going to be for long, and it was going to be worth it in the long run.
Exactly. Hustle culture is always going to be a thing, and sadly it's always going to lead to burnouts. Well, not always. If you learn to take time out for yourself, hopefully it won't lead to burnouts, but more than likely it's going to. Hopefully people learn to use hustle culture in a positive form, because I think it can be really good. Out of 5, I'm giving my McDonald's today a 4.9.
Really? Wow.
I can't lie, the burger today, for some reason it tastes seasoned. Maybe there was like some black people in the kitchen or something, I don't know, but it tasted seasoned. It was delicious. So I'm giving it a strong 4.9. The burger carried a big percentage of that. Thank you for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. I'm going to put Brogan's socials below. My socials are always down there too, and also any helplines always be in the description box.
Cute.
Bye.